I don't want to say like I underestimated the project, but I did. Lykan Hypersport build at Genius Garage is going unbelievably well, but it's also going terribly. It's sort of like that old adage of there's a difference between you can and you should. And what I mean to say is this: the engineering and the fabrication that goes into it to build the old body shell into a car, that's doable. That's very doable. It really just takes time and effort. And of course, a little bit of money for stuff. It's always the frustrations along the way that get difficult with any sort of build or life or business or team that sort of jump at you. So the thing that I think people don't get to see when they have a build like this is you see Genius Garage, you see the students working hard, and that's really cool, taking a dream shot. On my own YouTube channel, I try to do a really good job to keep it fun, be a little bit goofy, but show some intelligent information. It's such a grind because the stunt car body, I mean, it was hammered. The thing was shot out of a pneumatic cannon like 2-3 stories in the air and landing hard. That is not easy on composite body panels and stuff. And it's super cool that we have the opportunity because it's the only shell in the world. So it's the opportunity to effectively build our own little Hypersport and develop it along the way. The build's gonna be really quality, but it's a tough build, frankly. Just resurrecting the body panels is kind of horrific in a way. The doors, you'd think, oh, those doors fit. They fit fine. They fit in there no problem. Yeah, well, they got shot out of a cannon. They sat in the junkyard with sun and rain and whatever England will do to composite body panels, and they're tweaked. So they fit like garbage, okay? The rest of the body panels either want to be tweaked or were tweaked, and we have to bring it back. So just that alone makes building the car to a high level of quality just so time consuming and patience. The one guy, Tyler, who's working on it, just blows me away, and just from his dedication to the project. And it's going well, but it takes longer. We're not just taking some dumb fiberglass shell and throwing it on a car that works. Like, no way. We're building our own serious car, like high level quality. So we want to go to SEMA, but just trying to organize going to SEMA is, I swear to God, harder than engineering the doors of the Lykan. And the doors are the hardest thing to engineer on it. And the W Motor guys even said that. Because it's really expensive to go to SEMA. And in a way, frankly, for me as a teacher, it doesn't make any sense. Because it's, I don't know, I mean, you could spend 20 grand on a booth at SEMA. Like, we don't have that kind of money just throw around that isn't for building a project or for students and then getting there and being part of it and doing it. So you got to wonder, is it really worth it? And then if company's like, yeah, we'd like you to come be in our booth to display. Well, if they're not paying you to go there and you have to spend all the money and time and effort to schlep the car out there and get the students out there for us all to feel great, like it's gonna be great exposure and Genius Garage is gonna magically get support and the students are all gonna magically get jobs out of it. That's not necessarily the case. You might just magically be helping give exposure to the company that you're in the booth with. And they're not actually doing anything to help you be there. These are the same difficulties that happen if you're in business, PR, anywhere. So in a way, I don't mind having these difficulties because it's life. And that's the best way for the students to learn. And I like showing it and being real with people because that's the best way for young people out there to learn, because nobody's honest with them and just tells them the truth about this sort of thing. And I kind of just don't mind saying it because we're gonna be successful anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. But it's tough. It's really tough. And then making all the phone calls, working on collaborations, who are you going to team up with, who's going to get behind it. I've been really happy. Companies have donated coilovers, they donated exhausts, gotten discounts on everything from like wheels and things like that, and it's exciting, but it's a learning experience. And you also see how it can just be crazy, like the things you don't expect. So for instance, I mentioned we would test this car on track in June, which we were on course for doing. And we had a day scheduled at Mid-Ohio, great racetrack, love the Mid-Ohio sports car course, always have, home track. And it's a great place to test a car because you got a fast straightaway, you've got every kind of corner, off camber, on camber, flowing. It's a great place to test a car, race car, street car, anything. But to test the Lykan and do it well, and I mean, we're going to test it at speed, you've got to have the right kind of environment. You can't just go to some track day where they require point buys. That doesn't work. It's already not professional enough of an environment. I don't mind there being other cars on the track, but they've got to be driven by people that are highly talented and know what's going on. So if it's a track day where it requires a point buy, you're in the wrong environment, that doesn't work. So we're scheduled to go to Mid-Ohio for like their high performance lapping thing, but because of the nature of everything happening around the world, they didn't have enough entries and they canceled that track day, which is to no fault of their own. It's just life. So that got pushed back for us. It was a little disappointing, but it allowed us all to focus on building things that we either would have not done, or I don't want to say shortcutted, but like gone to get it ready for testing the platform. And like, so now we can concentrate on building it more into a car. Testing the Lykan is actually getting pushed back to, frankly, we're not sure when yet, but I decided to throw caution to the wind and trust my awesome students, because we're actually going to go race the yellow IMSA Corvette at Road America in July, like the weekend of the 23rd, 24th for the WeatherTech International Challenge. But they do a thing called the Concours, where cars, like if it's a race car concours, a certain amount of race cars get to line up at the track and then drive on the actual public roads in a line all the way to this beautiful little downtown. But they also have a streetcar concours that does the same thing. It leaves from the track, it goes down the public roads, and there's a bunch of cars, tons of people in this beautiful place. So I entered the Lykan in the streetcar concours for Saturday night at Road America. I surprised two of the guys, Josh and Tyler, that have been the absolutely most dedicated. They've just been amazing. I'm letting them drive it, you know? Let them drive it. The first time the Lykan is gonna drive on public roads or be driven at all, let the students have the fun, man. They built it, they're proud of it. So I'm really excited about that. You know, truth be told, it's not gonna be painted yet. It's not gonna have all the bodywork done. It's not gonna have a twin turbo engine yet, but it's gonna be super cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a little rough around the edges, of course, because it's still gonna look, the bodywork's still gonna be like when it came out of the stunt car. But I think everybody's gonna get it. Certainly for you all seeing it, for everybody that's seen it on my channel and in social media, they're gonna be excited. They're gonna love seeing the build and be part of that. Of course, we're gonna have it out big time public when it's finished. Hopefully SEMA, some big cars and coffee, some other events, maybe do a cross country drive with Ed, something like that. Have all the students in that. It's just gonna be loads of fun. So you're all gonna see it be perfect and just flawlessly polished and done in the future. And of course, when we start building power, that's gonna be really exciting too. But I thought, what the heck? Why not let people see it as a project? Why be embarrassed that a project car isn't done? I think it just goes to show more of what the students are accomplishing, and it inspires people. Like, let you all see that it's difficult and it's a pain in the butt, and like we run out of stuff, or we need a new welder, or this thing breaks, or the ceiling starts leaking because it's raining too hard, or the doors are really difficult to engineer. I don't want to say like I underestimated the project, but I did. I frankly did, because everything with the project is something I've done before, but it's so easy for someone who's accustomed to building cars to see what it will be, to just sort of underestimate what it takes to actually finish it. And I'm just fortunate that this environment here with Genius Garage and like some of these students are just absolutely coming in clutch, and everybody's dedicated. And I think inspired by everybody watching too. I think the internet community here is amazing. There's so many awesome YouTubers. I love being part of VINwiki. Thankful for this opportunity to be here, because this is the new voice. This is how younger people, the car community, education, whatever it is, this is our culture and this is where it's going. Obviously, the car is going to Road America at the end of July. Check it out, WeatherTech International Challenge. We're gonna be there, we're gonna be in the paddocks. You don't need a special pass to come find Genius Garage to say hi. Don't be bashful, just introduce yourselves to students and whatnot. A couple of the guys are gonna be driving it down to the concourse, so you can hang out, you can have a lot of fun. I think that's gonna be great. Obviously, the yellow Corvette's gonna be racing, so that'll be a lot of fun too. I hope you come out. We still wanna go to SEMA, but frankly, I don't have that figured out yet. So I don't know, if you have a big company and you want something awesome at SEMA, you should sponsor Genius Garage and totally pay to have the Lykan come out there, because that would be helpful for the future of industry and young people. And also, you get a sweet Lykan at your booth. So I'm gonna keep going, guys. I hope this wasn't too much real for you all, but it's exciting. Still really honored that the people at W Motors reached out. So, you know, obviously we're keeping the build standards really high, and I hope you guys enjoy the adventure. But that's just it. You know, you see hurdles, you have doors shut in your face, so you go through a window or you jump over the hurdle. But it does get old after a while. So, but long story short, no matter how beat up along the way I get trying to give this opportunity from all this or worn out, we're still gonna have an awesome car, and I hope you guys are enjoying it.
We'd like to thank the Ticket Clinic for sponsoring this month of VINwiki Car Stories. If you get a ticket, no matter where it happens, it can have disastrous effects on your insurance premiums, points on your license, and possible suspension. So it's very important to find a lawyer that's local to wherever you got the ticket. The Ticket Clinic is a national law firm with headquarters in Florida and Texas, but affiliates everywhere, and they can help you find a ticket and achieve the best possible outcome. They kept me out of jail in Arkansas last year, they've helped tons of my friends, and they can help you too. So visit their link in the description below for a discount.